Disclaimer. This podcast was not made to slander or speak ill of any author we will soon talk about. We will try our best to disassociate the author from their books.
This is a book discussion, and we are just speaking our opinions and not just speaking negatively about any book.
And this is a spoiler warning.
Welcome back to Book Expectations. This is part 2 of the Lunar Chronicles because we went a little too long, and so we're just gonna jump right into relationships.
Yep. So, well, most of the relationships, like, they followed the cliche, like, fairy tale storyline, Cinder and Kai, like, the prince charming, and, the girl who's half robotic and is very helpless her entire life. Very stereotypical.
Everyone ended up with each other, like, every character that showed up had a relationship. Like, even Thorn, who was, like, the token single guy, and he still ended up with someone. But I like Russell, so it's okay, but, like, still.
And, like, there weren't any LGBTQ characters, or like, ships, And, like, everyone paired up.
Yeah, that was kind of irritating, because, like, there's literally so many opportunities.
I think Sybil gave off, like, gay vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like she'd
Lavana.
be a more masculine female,
No, I ship Lavana.
But she died, so...
She seemed like too controlling of Cress, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't deserve a relationship, but she probably
would have been.
You know what? The advisor for Kai, I shipped him with the Emperor.
What?
Aww.
I love that.
I did not, but
I did.
If that's your ship, I support.
I don't know, I thought that was, like, because, like, he was, like, kind of, like...
Best friends.
And, like, whenever he complimented Kai, he was literally like, yeah, you remind me so much of your father. Like, so...
A little sus.
Too. I'm really glad that there weren't any, like, serious love triangles, though, because, sometimes your heart can't take that much tension.
There was, like,
Lavana, Kai,
there was
and
that
Cinder.
Really weird love triangle. But, like, Kai was aligned, like, with Cinder the entire time, so, like, Lavana was kind of just, like, a third wheeler, kind of. But really...
I don't think it was a love triangle, because Kai didn't even like he...
I mean, it wasn't love.
He wasn't, like, that really indecisive YA character being like, oh, I don't know, I like her. Like, yeah, so...
It was political versus actual love.
Yeah. It was, like, a political bondance, or whatever.
I mean, it is kind of awkward when you think about it, because Lavana is Cinder's aunt, and, like, the age difference, like...
Yeah, we don't...
Anyways.
That...
A middle-aged woman?
We're not about that.
Yeah, there weren't any serious ones.
I'm pretty sure, like, Mayer said, like, she doesn't like love triangles, so, like, in her book she doesn't have love triangles. So, we can appreciate that.
Yeah. Before we get into all the romantic relationships, because there's a lot of them, we gotta talk about Cinder and Peony, because, like, that was, like, really cute.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the sisterly love.
Exactly. Like, Peony wasn't affected by, like, her stepsister or her stepmother's, like, cruelty,
What was the other girl's name?
I forget.
Petunia? Pearl. Oh,
Pearl. Petunia.
Petunia.
Yeah, Pearl.
I mean, it would fit. It would fit with, like, the peony thing.
Yeah, because flowers, pea flowers. But no, her name's Pearl.
Sorry.
They try to give Pearl, like...
Yeah, well, she was a bad
They try
sister.
to give her, like, a redemption arc, but, like, not really.
And then Cinder really loved Peony, and she tried to get the antidote. Oh my god, I can't.
So sad.
Yeah.
And then she died.
Yeah, and then she told Kai to dance with...
Oh my god, yeah. When she told Kai, she's like, can
She told Kai to dance with her.
Like, aww.
Yeah, when she recovers, and Kai's like, sure.
That was really sweet, but then...
Because Peony had, like, a huge crush on Kai.
But then she never did.
Yeah.
And then, like, Cinder didn't really, like, think of Kai, like, romantically at first, because she's just like, no, that's Peony's man. I'm really struggling.
Peony.
Peony.
Okay.
But like
And
Peony,
like Cinder and Iko.
Peony was so nice to Cinder. Peony didn't treat Cinder
Yeah.
like crap like the rest of her family, and like Peony just never gave into the family pressure of bullying Cinder.
Yeah.
You know, she's just like, Cinder's really cool.
But also like Cinder and Iko, like,
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about how Iko was like the what's it called, the the comedic relief. But Cinder and like Iko had a cute relationship. Iko was like her wingman, wing robot.
It was
Wing
kind
robot.
of sad that she had it's kind of sad that she had to program her own best friend because she couldn't get any friends. No hate.
Oh right,
Yeah,
but
but,
she
like,
has friends now.
She was trying her
She
best.
has friends now. It's
But
okay.
Iko,
Iko.
Iko and Aiko, or however you say it, like, she stood by Cinder like the entire time. Even though she's like a
Yeah.
robot, she still sort of has feelings.
So anyways, back to what I was saying. Cinder has a boyfriend, not just a best friend and other friends, because Kai is in love with a cyborg. And it's so, cute, but also strange.
It's like okay because like the whole like prejudice against like I guess it's kind of like having like in like having two races being in a relationship like interracial because like society like or just like because it shows how like the problems in society I guess so yeah.
Wait, but Cinder's like also an alien.
Yeah, Auntie's a bit of an alien.
Yeah, an alien part robot is a little weird. But he liked her for who she was, despite all the weirdness.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, it was kind of insta.
Yeah, it was like insta and slow burn at the same time because like it was insta at the sense that like they like were like projected to be a thing like really early. But then, like, they didn't actually get together until the last book, so...
Yeah, but, like, also in that one short story in Stars Above, like, because I remember there was a short story where, like, they met was in Kai's perspective, and it was really cute because Kai was all like, wow, he was, like, super impressed that, like, this girl was, the best mechanic in New Beijing. But, like, the relationship felt kind of rushed.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends, cause in the beginning it was more like kind of like a crush, and then like he like got to know her a little bit more, and cause like if you think about it, if he actually was in love with her, he wouldn't be turned away just because she was a cyborg. So
Yeah.
Like, I think he was just really attached because he had a crush on her.
yeah,
He was like, I kind of want to see where this goes.
But like we said before, near the end when he actually got to know her and like actually fall for her, he was there to support her the entire time. Even though he knew he couldn't really do that much, he was like, yeah.
But like, while he was
honestly.
away from Cinder, he was like really obsessed.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Switching the genders, I guess. Switching roles. We love that.
But like, he kept her foot.
I know. We talked about this before, but like, her
He
foot.
gave it.
And then she just threw it away. She's like, nope.
She wasn't creeped out at all.
Yeah,
But like, his proposal at the end of Stars Above, oh my god, it was
Aw,
so
that was so
cute.
cute.
Because like, they were at the river, and then
I do ship them.
it was so cute.
I like kind of. It's like pretty predictable, but I kind of love how it just worked out perfectly that she was Princess Celine and he had to like probably most likely marry Princess Celine anyway. So
yeah, because they needed the
Yeah,
alliance.
I
mean-
kind of like loved it low key. Like it was so predictable, but
Their relationship was predictable, like the
In
fairy
a cute
tale.
way.
Girl meets boy, girl ends up being half cyborg and half alien, and ends up being a lost princess of their planet, of a moon, and then princess also
Just your
ends up
typical
being
fairy
evil
tale.
queen's niece, and princess also ends up wanting to take back her kingdom. But predictable.
Another insta-love relationship is definitely Scarlet and Wolf, though. Like, it's, like, uncomfortable
like, at least
insta-love.
for, like, Cinder and Kai to, like, fly under the radar because, like, once again, they never actually got together until, like, the last book. And, like, arguably, neither did Scarlet and Wolf because they were kind of just, like, in the talking phase for a really long time. But, like, oh, and Scarlet got kidnapped.
Right.
Yeah, and Wolf was like, Wolf literally told her, like, yeah, I kind of let your grandma get kidnapped, but, you know, I'll help you get her back. Like, sorry, it doesn't work like that.
I don't know. But they were literally, like, obsessed with each other, like, since the first book. Like, not my favorite.
Yeah, like, Scarlett's friend, I forget her name, but she's like, oh, look at the gang dude, he's so cute, and Scarlett was like, he is pretty cute, but, like, he's my friend. Man, you know, my friend has her eye on him, but then, you know.
I just had a flashback randomly to, like, a part in Scarlet where they, like, I think they, like, did something, like, illegal in front of this little boy, and the little boy was, like, traumatized. And they just left him.
Good influence!
Like, yeah! Love that!
Yay!
Oh my god, watch people be like, that's so wrong, but okay. I'm trying my best. But then, like, Scarlet, she has some serious, like, I just want to yell at her a little bit, because Wolf is really sus. Like, he was literally fighting people when she first met him, and she didn't question that, and she still went along with it.
Like, she seems like the type of person to have, like, trust issues, but, you know, she just trusts this random dude.
I don't know.
She's that weird mix between trust issues and too trusting.
Yeah.
Who knows how
But
that works out for her.
It does in the end for the both of them.
You know what? Yeah, actually, because, like, Scarlet, like, she didn't really trust anyone in her village, but then all of a sudden this random dude, and she just went along with him.
Yeah, like, it's...
And then she also trusted the entire Rampion crew.
Like, that's probably the most insta-love.
And also, this is kind of, it kind of ties into it, but, like, when Scarlet met, Wolf's brother, I forget his name, but Scarlet was like, oh, you know, chatty, where are you going? I'm going here, da-da-da. Like, stranger danger.
Oh no, they didn't seem to have a problem with stranger danger.
Yeah. It did kind
That's
of
true.
make me uncomfortable because it was bestiality, like...
Right.
Yeah, Wolf is a wolf.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a mutant alien
And, like,
wolf.
it kind of
That
makes it, like,
better.
the Beauty and the Beast sort of, like, you know, love.
And then Little Red Riding Hood, just, like, a lot of stuff tied together.
Yeah,
and
it's,
I
like,
feel
a stretch, you know?
Yeah, because the grandma.
Yeah.
I like the ties between them, but also...
Yeah.
Why?
Another thing that, like, makes me kind of, like, is the wolf could go against mind control for Scarlet for love.
Oh
And,
gosh.
like, not my favorite, but okay.
Because apparently love can
Yeah.
beat everything.
It's just too convenient.
Yeah. Love that for YA.
Of course.
Like, they were the main group, so it's kind of, like, convenient for them, you know? Kind of convenient for Wolf to be able to fight it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're mates, you know? It's always protecting the mate
protecting
first.
your one
never
true love.
survival
I
instinct.
hate the concept of mates because it's just like it's like soulmates, but like, do soulmates really exist? Not trying to be
No.
controversial, so
Not trying to sound really sad.
Yeah,
It's just, it's not, like,
Yeah.
logical.
I don't like it.
And also, like, the mates thing, like, Scarlet and Wolf, well, Scarlet literally lived in a tiny town with, like, tavern
Yeah.
boys. Like, of course she didn't meet
So, like, just
Yeah,
her
and
thinking
Wolf
that...
just so happened to run away to there.
Her thinking that, like, she and Wolf was, like, meant to be, it's kind of weird. Especially since she also has
Yeah.
sort of trust issues and just randomly trusts this guy.
He literally jumped onto a train with her.
That, yeah.
His Like, what?
Like, they had, like, that whole train ride.
Yeah, that was kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to ride on a train with some creepy dude.
And then they, like, jumped off or something.
Right, yeah. Oh, right.
Or they jumped on. I can't
forget. It was one or the other.
remember.
Oh my god, Dauntless is quaking.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They jumped on and jumped off, I think,
Yeah.
so.
Dauntless is quaking.
Why would she do that? I know, Dauntless could never.
Four
Of
and Tris
course.
could never.
But, I mean, their wedding at the end of Stars Above
Yeah.
was really cute. Yeah. But you know what's even cuter?
God.
Cress and Thorn!
I mean, they're like the only ship that like actually wasn't like weird. That was like kind of normal.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love Cress.
Yeah, it was more
kind of.
realistic, because, well, Thorn was, like, a lot more hesitant to get
And Cress
in a
was just like
relationship after
obsessed
Cress
with him.
confessed to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cress was literally, like, one day into the desert, she's like,
He's like,
guess what,
I
Thorn?
love you.
I love
He's
you.
like, what?
You know? And he's like,
I mean,
he's
I
like-
guess
and
I
he's
didn't
like,
sign up for
okay.
this.
he regrets everything.
He's like, I'm a blind dude. Let me get my eyesight back.
But I guess it's arguable that they're also technically insta love, but I feel like I disagree with that because it was more like Cress was insta love with the idea of Thorn, but then she got to know who he actually was, and then she fell in. Oh my god, I love it. I'm sorry.
She just had hope for him the entire time. Like, as we said before, even though he tried to tell her how he wasn't a good person, she's like, no, but you're still a hero, and da-da-da-da. And he's like, wow.
Yeah, she would like help boost his already high confidence.
Yeah. Just make the ego even bigger.
Yes. Because Clary didn't do that for Jace.
I also really liked how she always trusted Thorn from the beginning, and when they went into the desert and got stuck there, and they were literally, like, on the brink of death, Thorn, even though he was blind, he still, like, gave so much of their desert supplies to Cress, and she was his top priority, and, like, he didn't even know that she was in love with him, basically, and he just, like, did that for her, and I just, like, ah!
Also, when they were in the desert, and, like, Thorn was blind, obviously, and so Cress would, like, describe where they were, but, like, since she hadn't been on Earth before, she was, like, so descriptive. She's like, there's trees! And so he was really sarcastic, and he's like, yeah, I know, like, can you be more specific? And so it was really cute to, like, see them joke around, but also, you know, like, he
There's
trusted
also
her
that
so
thing
much.
where I remember like I think Cress was all like, oh, there's water, and then Thorn was like, no, you're just like seeing things or something.
Yeah.
But then Cress was like, no, it's
Yeah, and
water.
then she started crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't, and then he
It
was
was
like, I'm
cute.
sorry.
Yeah. It was just like the way that he thought he was unworthy of her love and kept on pushing her away. Like, oh, like that's so cute.
And when they were at like that ball or dance, like
Oh my God.
the Lunar girl like glamored herself to look like Cress, and then Thorn kissed her, like a bit weird, but you know, it was super cute and predictable, but cute.
No, because he's like, I think
Or-
I'm
and
in
then-
love with you. And so Cress was like crying.
Yeah.
Because he
It's
thought
like-
it was cruel.
And then he's like, no, you have to listen. I thought she was you.
I mean, it was predictable, but it was cute when he confessed. And he's like all vulnerable and stuff.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
Also, going back to when he was blind, like when he saw Cress.
Oh
for
my
the first time,
God. That
He's like-
killed me.
he was like in awe. He was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
cause
wow,
yeah,
you're
cause
so
he's seen her
pretty."
before, but then he like got to know
Yeah,
her.
but like only for a
Yeah,
little
and then
bit.
he just like fell in love with her all over again. Ah, sorry.
It's so cliche, but like, you know, we have to have cliche. It's just
As much as we hate
love
cliches,
yeah.
they're so
Yay.
cute anyway.
Yeah, it's like a good cliche.
Yeah, like cliches
Yeah.
make you happy.
There's a reason they're cliche. The only thing that didn't make as much sense is that, like, Cress fell in love with him so fast. Like, he's basically the only guy she ever knew, yet she ended up with him, which I guess is cute, but, like, it's just not realistic. But,
Like, she did think...
Yeah, like, Thorn literally told her, he's like,
She did think he was, like, a hero and, like, all that stuff. But, you know, probably thought he was hot at some point. You know, she could have had, like, some bit of dignity
Who
for
wanted?
herself.
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like, you know, a damsel in distress just throwing herself at this guy.
Yeah, Thorn literally told her, he was like, I'm glad that you like me, I guess, but I'm the first dude you've ever met, so I suggest you
like, I like
reevaluate
how,
your feelings. And
I
she's
like how
"No, thank
Thorn
you."
wasn't, like, all cocky about it, you know? He was like, yeah, of course you love me. He was like, I don't think you should.
Yeah. And he didn't, like, take advantage of the
Yeah.
fact that she liked him. He was just
He was
like,
being
I'm
human
gonna treat you
about
the
it,
same.
unlike,
Oh my God.
you know, some YA guys, like, cough, Jace, cough.
Oh my god. Yeah, and he like when he promised her a kiss, like if he thought that they were going to die, and like,
And then they kissed, like, while they were about to die.
oh my god, I love them. I'm sorry.
But also, like, at the very end of winter, when, like, Lavana and, what's her name? Cinder. And Cinder were having their mind battle. But then, like, Lavana just stopped for 1 second and then manipulated Thorn to stab Cress.
She
I was
did
like,
not.
the plot thickens because, you know,
Oh my god.
I know, like, Cress's boyfriend just stabbed her. Like,
Like,
you don't see that every
and then
day.
he was
Like, that's so
sad,
rude.
and like the way that he was just like he tried to
Yeah.
apologize. He was like trying to apologize to her afterwards, and he was like fumbling over his words. Oh,
Yeah, and Cress was like, I know. But then also, Cress was like in her wheelchair, and like Thorn would push her around. That's so cute. That's like that should be common courtesy, but like
you know
it's
what
really
I really
cute.
love? The fact that like Cress, her entire life she wanted to explore the world, but she was stuck in a satellite, and Thorn just so happens to own a ship and knows how to pilot it. Like, perfect.
Yeah, so they can travel the
my
world.
gosh.
The
I
world.
can travel the world.
I hope, like, they sing that together.
I know. Oh my god. I feel like Thorn is the type of person, for some reason, I feel like he's like a really good singer.
He seems like a good karaoke
he's not
like
cocky.
performer.
Well, Cress is. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I just remembered something. Remember when they were in that village in with Dr. Erland and Cress was in the shower because like they had been in the desert for so long, so she was showering and she was singing, and then Thorn was like, "Oh my god, your voice is so good!" But because he was still blind, and so I think he was like standing in the doorway of the bathroom, and I was like. Because, like, Cress likes listening to music, and she was singing opera or something, and I was like, oh my god,
my OTP. I'm not okay.
Oh my god, they would slay in karaoke.
Yeah. Oh my god, they can sing I See the Light Together from Tangled.
Oh my gosh. But, like, at least Cress didn't have powers with her hair. Like, that would have been a weirder plot point.
Yeah, that would've been weird.
Yeah. No, she was better than that. She
Exactly.
had
She
brains.
had
Brains
the
don't
hacking.
matter.
Winter and Jason. Let's move on from Cresswell. We all know that we love them.
I mean, they were like the best friends who fell for each other. You know? I mean, it's cliche. It's like, but I mean, it's a cute, like, trope, you know? As much as we didn't like Emma and Julian, like, but, like, I mean, they were cute in a way, you know?
Yeah.
It's just the way they were developed. It was less about, like, physical affection, and, like, their love language wasn't, like, physical. It was about action.
Yeah.
You know? Because their only priority, like, Winter was always, like, worried about Jason, and Jason was like, I don't care what you guys do,
Yeah.
I'm protecting
Yeah.
Winter.
Like, Jason wasn't really on, like, the Rampion crew's side, but he was, like, there to just protect Winter, though.
Yeah, because he knew Winter wanted
Yeah.
him to, like,
And
do
he
that.
loved her, so.
I wasn't a fan of Jason because he was like really cold and strict, and he was kind of like really a jerk to everyone at Rampion. But he was so nice to Winter. Like, I know I hate like the tough guy who has a soft spot for the girl, but I feel like it's works better in this book If that makes
Since
sense.
he's like a guard and like a soldier.
I mean, yeah, because the girl isn't perfect.
Yeah.
Overall, the series is probably one of the better YA series. It's kind of like the introduction into YA because it's not like too crazy of a plot, but it's still like more
A fairy tale.
mature than like
Yeah.
children's. Like if that
It's
makes
like a
sense.
more evolved
Yeah,
version of a fairy tale. And the female protagonists
Yeah.
It's
There's
like
lots of-
everyone
like
goes
weren't
through
the worst possible like characters ever, and like oh yeah, like we've said before, the plot makes sense. You know, you can summarize into one sentence.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
predictable.
when you're younger, you normally go through a phase. I mean, I did, where like you liked reading about like fairy tales with a twist.
Oh my gosh,
like,
Land
I
of
don't know about
Stories.
You, but like Ever After
not
High
me.
was kind of, you
Oh,
know,
I-
like all those things.
You know
So
what?
like I
was
feel
really
like this is
obsessed with?
young adult version of that.
Like I remember I loved listening to like fairy tales, but like going from the villain's perspective, like the big bad wolf, like the three little pigs.
Oh my god, that like
was
that
the
little
big bad
picture
wolf's
book.
like perspective. That was
Oh my gosh.
everything. Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, I was
want to buy that.
obsessed.
Love those.
Yeah.
But yeah, this series gives off
Yeah.
you know those good vibes.
Thank you for listening to Book Expectations with Anya, Doris, and Isabel.
Email us at bookexpectationspodcast@gmail.com. That is bookexpectationspodcast@gmail.com for any recommendations on what books you'd like to hear next.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and friend us on Goodreads at Book Expectations Podcast, or click the link in our bio.
Make sure to join us next week when we begin to talk about the standalone books by John Green.